watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. Topping the list for us tonight is the weather. I want to show you here for a second. Check out this shelf cloud moving into the area around 3:40 today. The first sign of a storm rolling into the Knoxville area. Usually these clouds are a precursor to strong wind and rain. And well, to kind of give us the latest on where we're looking right now, if we have any more of this headed our way, or we're going to quiet down. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Ken Weathers in the Storm Center.
Well, we're staying weather aware simply because there's still an opportunity for some scattered, stronger storms in a few spots. Heaviest rainfall right now by far right down the I-75 corridor. But we have a few dotting the landscape. The problem is it's where some of these have already moved through, so the atmosphere's kind of worked over, as we call it. So just pop-up showers or rumbles across the area. But boy, this is heavy rainfall. McMinn, Monroe County, right down I-75. Not severe, but it is moving towards the east-southeast, so pretty close to Bryan College 717, Christiansburg 726, and the Lost Sea at 728. Let's get a little bit closer look at this. This is the bigger impact with this line of storms right now down I-75. We're seeing some 3-inch-per-hour rainfall rates with these. That's pretty unbelievable. So would not be surprised if we have some kind of flood advisory, flood warning for portions of McMinn County all the way down I-75 towards Cleveland over the next little bit. So if you know anybody that's traveling there, I'm sure they're going very, very slowly. We are quieter, especially past midnight tonight. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s to low 60s starting out, and clouds may be a little slow to clear tomorrow, but it'll turn out to be a nice afternoon. I'll talk about that and the weekend forecast coming up, Bo.
All right, Ken, we'll check back with you here in a little bit. Next on the Big 7, the Knoxville Police Department reports more than 56% of guns reported stolen in Knoxville so far this year were taken out of cars. In fact, KPD says that at this rate, we're on track to surpass last year's total number of guns stolen out of vehicles. That number was 160. Out of the 134 guns that were stolen in Knoxville, 76 of them have been taken out of cars and trucks, including 5 just last week. Scott Erlin with the Knoxville Police Department is encouraging gun owners to take the proper precautions to prevent firearm thefts, adding gun thefts from cars usually happen close to home.
A lot of people think the guns that are getting stolen from cars, that these are happening when cars are parked at businesses, but that's just not the case. The case is that largely the most common place where guns are stolen are from cars that are parked at residences, whether that be in a driveway or a home, an apartment complex.
But there are steps you can take to prevent any item from being stolen from your car, especially firearms. This includes the obvious one: lock your car, rolling up your windows and securing your car. And if you find yourself a victim of a firearm theft, you should immediately report your stolen property to police. Meanwhile, in Washington, the House of Representatives is preparing gun legislation in response to mass shootings by 18-year-olds in Texas and New York. The House Judiciary Committee held a hearing today on a bill that would raise the age limit for purchasing a semi-automatic centerfire rifle from 18 to 21. The bill would also make it a federal offense to manufacture or possess large-capacity magazines. Back here at home, we also have an update to a shooting out of Maynardville. The TBI says 62-year-old Susan Gorbett was the woman who was pronounced dead at a Dogwood Trail home yesterday morning. And at last update, the man who was also shot still in the hospital. He has not been identified at this time, and the circumstances that led up to the shooting have not yet been revealed, but we'll keep you posted. In our next Big 7 story, a Knoxville strip club called a haven for criminal activity by prosecutors has been ordered to close under the state's public nuisance law. We're talking about the Ball Gentleman's Club located right off of Alcoa Highway in South Knoxville. According to a petition filed by Knox County District Attorney General Sharm Allen, the Ball has been the scene of repeated shootings and other violent altercations over the past several years. In fact, KPD officers have responded to more than 80 calls for service, including one homicide at the business. The disturbances led to communities speaking out against the strip club and their concerns with the noise and their safety, especially after the homicide situation. Now the DA's office calls the business a haven for criminal activity and a continued threat to people in our community.
We've had a lot of calls for service here. There are a lot of fights here. We have had gunfire here. We currently have 2 pending cases, one an attempted homicide and one an actual homicide that are currently pending here on this premises. So it is a dangerous place that needs to be closed.
This public nuisance order only temporarily closes the ball. The club's owner, John Nichols, will go to court on June 9th, where the district attorney's office will be asking for a permanent injunction. But Nichols and his legal team will still have a chance to make changes. Nichols says the ball is consulting with its attorneys and plans to fight to stay open. Next on the 7, a rising high school senior wants to warn the public about the dangers of a local dam after some scary moments over Memorial Day weekend. Doctors say 17-year-old Haley Delp experienced what is termed a non-fatal drowning while swimming at Peery Mill Dam. The moment was what Haley described as the scariest moment of her life. She was swept off her feet as a current sent her down the waterfall and into an area where she fought to just get above water.
The only thing I remember is flapping my arms and my legs, trying to fight to keep myself up. And then the next thing I know is I feel like the urge to not fight anymore, because I felt my body getting weaker the more I kept fighting. And then that's when I felt my brother-in-law grab my ankle to pull me out.
It's a very similar story to what Renee Ritchie's daughter experienced. In 2019, Renee's 13-year-old daughter was not as fortunate and drowned. Now, 3 years later, she's still giving the same advice.
If you want to keep your life the same and not have your world taken away from you, don't bother, don't come, don't get in the water. It's the current underneath that is your biggest enemy.
Both Haley's mother and Richie say they would like more than just signs to be present, like having barriers installed to keep visitors from entering areas that are known to be dangerous. East Tennessee is mourning the passing of retired U.S. Army 4-star General Car Stiner. General Stiner was born in La Follette in September 1936 and served in the U.S. military for more than 35 years. He served in Korea, Vietnam, Saudi Arabia, and Panama, earning rank promotions from Brigadier General, Major General, and Commanding General amongst several operations and deployments. An approximately 10-mile stretch of State Highway 63 between La Follette and Speedwell is named in his honor. He also co-authored the 2002 book Shadow Warriors Inside the Special Forces with best-selling author Tom Clancy. General Stiner's family tells us services will be held June 11th at First Baptist Church of La Follette. A time has not been finalized yet, but we'll of course let you know as we learn more. Next on the Big 7, a lawsuit has been filed against East Tennessee Children's Hospital following a data breach. We told you about the hospital experiencing a cyber attack that could have left the personal information of children and their parents compromised. The lawsuit says the two families who are suing are doing so on behalf of everyone involved, claiming negligence and breach of duty. We reached out to Children's Hospital, who tells us it is unable to respond to pending litigation, but they did say, quote, "The confidentiality, privacy, and security of information within our care are among East Tennessee Children's Hospital's highest priorities. Upon identifying this incident, we promptly took steps to secure our systems and investigate the full scope of the event," end quote. We should also point out that Children's Hospital is providing affected families with free credit monitoring and identity theft protection services. Rounding out the Big 7 for us, the Halls High School class of 2022 walked the stage this morning. After 13 years of schooling, the latest class of graduates shook their teachers' hands and got their diplomas today. It's an exciting yet emotional moment to celebrate a big milestone as well as a new start.
Honestly, it just feels amazing. Like, I've literally gone to Halls like my whole life, and it's a little bittersweet, but I'm just happy to move on to new things.
Again, congratulations going out to the entire class of 2022. We should note Knox County graduation ceremonies will wrap up tomorrow. Gibbs High School was originally scheduled to host its commencement tonight, but the ceremony has been moved to tomorrow at 1 o'clock due to the weather. South Doyle High is the final Knox County school to walk the stage with its ceremony tomorrow at 6.